mean? Yes, you are correct. We are going to do another bunch of experiments. Today, we are going to create a model of a bridge that could withstand the weight of 40 pieces of 25 centavo coins. In this experiment, we are going to demonstrate the use of the design process. Before we start, let us define first what design process means. Design process is a way of figuring out what you need to do, then doing it. It is a method that we use to be more creative, productive, and accurate in creating solutions. That is why it is sometimes referred to as the problem-solving process. The first step is to identify and describe the problem. In order to solve the problem, you must understand it. How much distance must the bridge span? How much weight must it hold? The second step is to propose a solution. Your solution should include information needed to solve the problem. Consider the materials needed and how much time you have to solve the problem. The third step is to build a model. A model is a small-scale or full-size replica of an object. Architects and engineers use models to test their designs. The fourth step is to test and revise the design. When evaluating a design, ask the following questions. Does it work? Or will changes improve the solution? The final step is to explain the solution. Finally, communicate how you solved or did not solve the problem. Most designs are not perfect when they are first made. Present your design in a group discussion or a written report. Include pictures, diagrams, or photos. Now that we know what the design process is, let us now start our experiment. Here are the materials that we are going to use for this experiment. Masking tape, soda straws, paper clips, construction paper, rubber bands, 25 centavo coins, and plastic cups. Do you still remember the problem we are trying to solve in this experiment? Yes, you are correct. We need to build a 1 foot or maybe 1.5 feet bridge that could carry the weight of 40 pieces of 25 centavo coins. Now that we have identified the problem, let us now propose a solution. In order to create a bridge that could withstand the weight of 40 pieces of 25 centavo coins, we would need to design a bridge with multiple trusses that is made up of straw and paper clips. The bridge should look like this. Now that we have the design, let us start building our model. We have now finished our model. So, what do we need to do next? Yes, you are correct. We need to test it. So, let us put first 20 pieces of 25 centavo coins inside the plastic cup and put it on top of our bridge and see if it would hold. our first test and we don't need to revise it. Let us try now adding more coins. Let's check if it could hold 40 pieces of 25 centavo coins. Yes! We made it! Our bridge was able to hold 40 pieces of 25 centavo coins. Now that our design was able to pass all the tests that we did, let us try to explain why do you think it worked. Do you think our bridge will be able to hold the coins without the trusses? Definitely no. Since our straw is too soft, it will not hold the coins without trusses that will support it. So, trusses are an important part of our design because it helps our bridge to hold the weight of the coin. So, depending on the materials that is available to use and the problem that we have at hand, we could have a different solution. If we have ropes or cables, we could also create a suspension or cable-stayed beam. Just a fun fact, do you know that there are more than 40 types of bridges that is currently being used in the entire world? But the most common types are suspension bridge, just like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, USA. We also have the Arc Bridge, just like the Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia. Here in the Philippines, the most common type of bridge is the beam bridges, which we usually see in different countries. But we also have cable-stayed bridges, truss bridges, and many more. It really just depends on what perfect design our engineers and architects could create depending on the various factors on the ground like the depth of the water, the condition of the rocks and soil surrounding it, and many more. So, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed our experiment. See you again next time.